Bihari Jai Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jai Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Jai Gopi Janavalabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Jai Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupada, Pranamhamsa Privrajaka Charya Shravatra Śrimad. His Divine Grace Apayachana, Vrinda Bhakti Sami Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Antakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki. Grantarashme Bhagavatam Ki. Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki. Jai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna.
Your good name, Prabhuji,
Mahotkata Narasimha Das.
Prabhu ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
From Russia.
Mayapur.
Mayapur. Oh, your origin. May I know the meaning of
Mahotkata. Mahotkata means one who is extremely fierce.
One who is
fierce, like angry.
Fiery. Wow.
Furious.
You don't look like angry.
Oh, I'm servant of.
Mahotkata 嘅意思，即係兇猛。哇！佢個樣唔好兇猛，佢好 pleasant，要係 pleasant look。Yes, he said he is a servant。佢係Narasimha嘅僕人。
Hare Krishna.
Om
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Śrimad Bhagāvatam, Canto 1, Chapter 9, The Passing Away of Bhishmadev, Text 18.
今日係講聖典博伽雅談第一篇第9章18個詩節。
We just go line.
The title of this chapter
The Passing Away of Bhishmadev.
係中文係咩啊？係講呢個章節嘅 subject 個題旨係 Bhishmadev 離世。Yeah, you can read the sloka.
Esha vai Bhagavan Sakshad Adyo Narayana Puman Mohayan Mayaya Lokam Gudascharati Vrishnishu. Word for word?
Try.
Twice. Esha vai Bhagavan Sakshad
Esa vai Bhagavan Sakshad
Adyo Narayana Puman
Ayana Puman
Mohayan Mayaya Lokam
Mohayan Mayaya Lokam
Gudascharati Vrishnishu.
Gudascharati Vrishnishu.
Word for word. Eshaha.
Esava.
This.
This day.
Vai.
Oh, 8 minutes.
Positively.
Yes, which one? Bhagavan?
Bhagavan.
Bhagavan, 人格手
The personality of Godhead.
Personality of Godhead.
Sakshat.
Saksha.
Original.
Original 原始的
Adyaha.
Adyaha.
The first.
The first 第一位
Narayanaha.
Narayanaha.
The Supreme Lord
The Supreme Lord
who lies down on the
who
water.
lie down on the water. 躺在水面上的至尊主
Puman.
Nam.
The Supreme Enjoyer.
The Supreme Enjoyer 至高無上享樂者
Mohayan.
無下因
Bewildering.
Bewildering 令人困惑的
Mayaya.
Maya
By his self-created energy.
by his self-created energy 靠他自己創造的能量
Lokam.
Welcome
The planets.
planets 眾星球
Gudhaha.
Buddha
Who is inconceivable.
inconceivable 不可思議的
Charati.
Charity
Moves.
move 移動
Vrishnishu.
Vishnu
Among the Vrishni family.
around the Vishnu family 在 Vishnu 家族中
Translation. This Sri Krishna is no other than the inconceivable original personality of Godhead. He is the first Narayana, the supreme enjoyer. But he is moving amongst the descendants of King Vrishnu, just like one of us, and he is bewildering us with his self-created energy.
Translate 譯文這位聖 Krishna 不是別人，正是不可思議的最初的人格守神。他雖然是首位 Narayana 至尊享樂者，但卻像我們中一樣一元那樣生活在 Vishnu 王的後裔間，用他自己創造的能量迷惑我們。
Purport.
But purport is long. You can paragraph by paragraph.
Yes.
Thank you.
The Vedic system of acquiring knowledge is the deductive process. The Vedic knowledge is received perfectly by the cyclic succession from authorities. Such knowledge is never dogmatic, as ill-conceived by less intelligent persons. The mother is the authority to verify the identity of the father. She is the authority for such confidential knowledge. Therefore, authority is not dogmatic. In the Bhagavad Gita, this truth is confirmed in the 4th chapter, 4.2. And the perfect system of learning is to receive it from authority. The very same system is accepted universally as truth, but only the false arguer speaks against it. For example, modern spacecrafts fly in the sky, and when scientists say that they travel to the other side of the moon, men believe those stories blindly because they have accepted the modern scientists as authorities. The authorities speak, and the people in general believe them. But in the case of Vedic truths, they have been taught not to believe. Even if they accept them, they give a different interpretation. Each and every man wants direct perception of Vedic knowledge, but foolishly they deny it. This means that the misguided man can believe one authority, the scientists, but will reject the authority of the Vedas. The result is that people have degenerated.
要旨獲取知識嘅偉大方法是向權威詢問。要完美地獲得偉大知識，必須透過師徒傳承，從權威那裏接受。與智力欠佳的人所曲解的完全相反。偉大知識從不是教條。有關誰是孩子的父親這樣機密的信息，只有母親是權威，只有他才能證實。所以權威並非教條。有關這一事實，多加梵歌第4章第2節中詩中給予證實。從權威那裏接受知識的系統才是完美的學習系統。全世界都把這一系統接受為真正的學習系統。只有不誠實的辯論者才會予以否定。例如現代宇宙飛船在空中飛行，當科學家們說這些航天器到達月球的另一邊時，人們盲目地相信這個故事，因為他們已經把現代科學家接受為權威。權威們說什麼，大眾就相信什麼。但至於偉大經典所記載事實，他們被告知不要相信。他們即使接受了其中內容，也會給予不同的解釋。每一個人都想對偉大知識有直接的認識，但卻都愚蠢地否定它。可是有關太空遊一事，他們聽什麼就信什麼，這意味着被誤導的人只相信一個權威，就係科學家們，但卻拒絕把偉大經視為權威。這結果是人們越來越墮落。
Here is an authority speaking about Sri Krishna as the original personality of Godhead and the first Narayana. Even such an impersonalist as Acharya Shankara has said in the beginning of his commentation on the Bhagavad Gita that Narayana, the personality of Godhead, is beyond the material creation. Footnote: Narayana paro vyaktat andam avyakta sambhavam andhyantas tveme loka saptadvipa chamidini. Bhagavad Gita Bhashya of Shankara. The universe is one of the material creations, but Narayana is transcendental to such material paraphernalia.
這次詩是一位權威說，聖 Krishna 是最初的人格守神，第一位 Narayana， 就連山卡山那樣的非人格神主義者，都在他對博家梵嗰度評注開始就說，人格守神 Narayana 超越物質的創造。這個宇宙是物質創造之一，但 Narayana 的係超越這樣的物質創造。
Bhishmadeva is one of the 12 Mahajanas who know the principles of transcendental knowledge. His confirmation of Lord Sri Krishna as being the original personality of Godhead is also corroborated by the impersonalist Shankara. All other acharyas have also confirmed this statement, and thus there is no chance of not accepting Lord Sri Krishna as the original personality of Godhead. Bhishmadeva says that he is the first Narayana. This is also confirmed by Brahmaji in the Bhagāvatam 10.14.14. He is the first Narayana. In the spiritual world, Vaikuntha, there are unlimited numbers of Narayanas. We are all the same personality of Godhead, who are all the same personality of Godhead, and are considered to be the plenary expansions of the original personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. The first form of Lord Sri Krishna first expands himself as the form of Baladev, and Baladev expands in so many other forms, such as Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Vasudeva, Narayana, Purusha, Rama, and Narasimha. All these expansions are one and the same Vishnu Tattva, and Sri Krishna is the original source of all plenary expansions. He is therefore the direct personality of Godhead. He is the creator of the material world, and he is the predominating deity known as Narayana in all the Vaikuntha planets. Therefore, his movements amongst human beings are another sort of bewilderment. The Lord therefore says in the Bhagavad Gita that foolish persons consider him to be one of the human beings without knowing the intricacies of his movements.
在精通奉愛服務文化者們超然知識12位權威中 ，Mahotkata Bhishmadeva 係其中嘅一位。他對聖主 Krishna 是存在中的第一位人格守神，這一事實的證實，也得到了非人格主義者 Sankasana 嘅確認。所有其他靈性導師Acharya也都證實這門詩中的聲明。因此，我們沒有理由不承認聖主 Krishna 是自 Narayana。就有關這一點 ，Brahma 在Bhagāvatam 第10篇14章14節詩中也給予證實。靈性世界Vaikuntha中有無數嘅 Narayana， 他們都是人格守神，都是最初的人格守神聖 Krishna 嘅完整擴展。存在中嘅第一位至尊 Krishna， 首先擴展出 Baladeva 嘅形象，然後 Baladeva 擴展出其他許多嘅形象，例如係 Sangasana、Pradyumna、Aniruddha、Vasudeva、Narayana、Purusha、Rama 同埋 Narasimha。所有這些擴展同樣屬於 Vishnu Tattva， 而聖 Krishna 是所有完整擴展的源頭。因此，他是至尊人格守神，他是物質世界的創造者，所有Vaikuntha星球上嘅主宰神靈 Narayana。正因為如此，他在人類中的活動也讓人感到迷惑。所以至尊者在博伽梵歌中說：愚蠢的人不知道他活動的錯綜複雜性，以為他只不過是人類中的一員。
The bewilderment regarding Sri Krishna is due to the action of his twofold internal and external energies upon the third one, called marginal. The living entities are expansions of his marginal energy, and thus they are sometimes bewildered by the internal energy, and sometimes by the external energy. By internal energetic bewilderment, Sri Krishna expands himself into unlimited numbers of Narayanas, and exchanges or accepts transcendental loving service from the living entities in the transcendental world. And by his external energetic expansions, he incarnates himself in the material world amongst the men, animals, or demigods to re-establish his forgotten relation with the living entities in different species of life. Great authorities like Bhishma, however, escape his bewilderment by the mercy of the Lord.
聖 Krishna 的內在和外在這兩種能量對第三種能量邊際能量的作用，是導致人對他感到迷惑的原因。生物是他的邊緣能量的擴展，因此有時受內在能量的迷惑，有時就受外在能量的迷惑。憑充滿活力嘅內在能量 Krishna 擴展出無數嘅 Narayana， 在超然的世界裏接受生物超然嘅愛心服務，與他們進行愛心交流。通過他內在能量的有力擴展，他化身到這個物質世界的人類、動物或半神人之中，重建那些被他的外在能量迷惑、生活在不同種族中的生物，還忘了與他的關係。然而， 像 Bhishma 就用偉大的權威人士，憑藉自尊的仁慈，而沒有被他的外在能量所迷惑。
Hare Krishna. Om Gyanantivrandasya Gyananjanashrakaya Chakshurunmirdam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishnu Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karamayam Darati Svaparantam. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shri Mata Indrajimna Swami Namine. Namo Prabhupada Paridaya Jagannath Yatrananda Murte Bhakta Sakaya Krishna Kaitanya Narasimha Rakshadaya Namo. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharane Vishesha Shunyavadi Vashtatya Vishatarane Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva Cha Pachitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this purport, which Prabhupada gives, a very big purport to text 18, starts with talking about faith.
所以今日嘅要旨咧，Prabhupada最指出重點就係信念。
And well, we know that faith is the first level in the 9 levels of devotional service, from Shraddha to Prema.
咁咧第一個信念咧喺經典嚟講咧叫 Shraddha。
And every level, starting from the first to the 9th, is a larger level of faith.
咁其實所有跟住嘅程序啊、水平咧，都係按照呢個 Shraddha 第一個開始信念。
And so in the beginning, the first step, Shraddha, you think that, well, maybe if I chant japa, maybe it will help.
咁第一個信念咧對呢個靈修啊，就好似話我去 japa 念誦咧，我哋就對我有幫助。
I can give it a try. Maybe it will work. Why not?
咁啊係可能啫喎，或者唔係啊，我唔知啊。我啲個信念，第一個信念就係應該係可以。
In the Jayavadharma by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he writes that there's a story where the Mayavadi sannyasi, he's sitting and meditating in Varanasi.
咁係一個宇宙故事咧，係講到一個假象中人士 Mayavadi 咧坐喺度冥想。
And then Mayavadi is meditating on everything.
Nothing.
Everything.
Everything. 佢嘅冥想係咩咧？一切嘅事物，唔係空喎。
And then he's with his closed eyes and he's doing his sadhana. And then somewhere far away he hears Harinam.
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 咁喺冥想嘅之中咧，佢聽到不遠處有一啲Harinam 啊，齊頌聖名嘅聲音。
And that disturbs his meditation, his sadhana.
咁就影響咗佢嘅冥想。
But he tries to go back to his meditation, but he can't.
佢嘗試去進入翻佢個冥想之中，但係佢唔可以喎。
So he completes his today's sadhana, and the next morning he comes and starts again, but cannot meditate. He cannot focus.
係咯。咁所以第二天咧，佢又試過重新開始冥想，始終集中，但係已經唔可以。
And he starts thinking, why?
佢於是喺度想，究竟咩原因咧？點解？
So next day he comes and he's really trying to meditate, thinking like, what is disturbing him?
佢繼續喺度冥想中，究竟咩係騷擾緊我咧？
And then he realizes that his meditation broke, his sadhana broke when he heard Harinam.
咁最後佢終於了解咧，咩嘢係令到佢嘅冥想中斷，就係呢個 Harinam 齊頌聖名。
And so he knows the scriptures, he heard the greatness of Harinam, holy name, and so he wants to know more now. He wants to know more about the greatness. About Harinam. What is Harinam?
於是嘗試揾出個原因，就詢問呢啲 Harinam 嘅人，究竟你咩詞可以中斷我冥想？
And so he was in Varanasi and he heard there are a lot of Vaishnavas in Vrindavan. So he walked to Vrindavan.
Walk to
Vrindavan.
Vrindavan. 於是佢就有人教佢咧，佢去 Vrindavan 啦，所以佢就步行去 Vrindavan 去查究呢個原因。
But when he came there, there was almost nobody there at that time. When he came to Vrindavan, there was almost nobody there. Nobody.
但係去到 Vrindavan 冇人。
It was a long time ago.
因為太耐啦，已經過咗。
But then he heard that in Navadvip there are more Vaishnavas, so he walked from Vrindavan to Mayapur.
咁於是聽聞咧喺馬日浦又會有呢個奉獻者，佢又由面單份行去馬日浦。
And there he met a Babaji and took shelter of him and became a Vaishnava.
The Babaji.
So the Mayavadi came to Mayapur. He took shelter of a Babaji who was in Mayapur and became also Babaji.
於是呢個 Mayavadi 咧去到面單份就託俾呢位巴巴茲，到後來佢自己成為巴巴茲。
And so the story in short is about that he heard Harinam, he heard the holy name just one time, and it made him go to Vrindavan, come back to Navadvip, and then become Vaishnava.
所以呢個期間其實係好短暫嘅咋，佢又從聽到哈啲南齊眾聖門開始，又跟住去面單份啦，跟住馬日普啦，咁短嘅時期，佢變咗一個巴巴豬。
So just by hearing the holy name, we come closer to Krishna.
所以只係透過聽到主嘅聖名咧，一個人可以成為 Vaishnava。
That's why we do Harinam every week here. That's why we do Harinam every week, Saturday.
所以每個星期六我哋都去做哈啲南。
And so when people on the street hear it, then they might think, oh, what is it? I'm curious.
咁有啲人可能好好奇，都唔知係咩嚟。
Some materialists who are not in distress, everything is fine for them. They won't pay attention.
有啲物質主義者就唔明白，根本就唔會欣賞我哋嘅唱齊眾聖名哈啲南。
But those who are in distress, they become more introspective. They think more about life.
但係嗰啲苦惱啊、痛苦嘅人咧，佢係可以感受到多啲係有啲舒緩作用嘅哈啲南。
And so if they hear Harinam, when they're distressed, tomorrow or some other time, they'll think, oh, well, that time I heard Harinam, I felt good. What is it?
You are pious 咁所以你係苦惱嘅人聽到哈啲南，佢嘅內心有啲感應啊，感到舒緩啊。而帕布一開始聽到哈啲南，佢係感到好喜樂。
And so they'll think, well, I don't know why. I mean, I listened to music before. This is not same music. It gives me a sense of calm. Why?
咁佢係完全唔知道呢個哈啲南，但係佢嘅感受係咁好，佢覺得係一種力量。
And so they think, well, maybe it will work. Maybe if next Saturday they come around, I will join them.
咁佢喺諗啦，好，下個禮拜六我又再次去睇下，去感受下哈啲南。
And then he comes, he likes it, and then maybe he tells his friend to come next time.
咁佢覺得好喜樂、好開心啊！所以佢係打算繼續下個星期又再去。
It's like, for example, you went to a good doctor, he cured you, and then you say to your friend, oh, good doctor, go to him.
個例子就好似睇醫生，如果睇到個醫生，你覺得有啲幫助啊，你下次又揾翻個醫生去睇。
But if you go to the doctor, your friend recommended, and he doesn't help you, you lose faith.
但係如果你去到個醫生幫唔到你，你係唔會留喺度。
And similarly, when you try doing devotional service, you try chanting, it helps you, your faith increases. But if you stop trying, your faith will just decrease.
咁同樣地咧，你如果嘗試去念誦有啲效果咧，你應該繼續。如果你停止咧，就冇乜幫助。
And so that same person who joined Harinam on Saturday, now he sees that, well, it's helping me, I feel good about it, let me ask more.
就好似我嘅經驗咁咧，我成日去哈啲南咧，我係感到有啲力量啊，幫到我舒緩，我就繼續去做。
And just like that Mayavadi sannyasi who was meditating, he starts searching, or he goes on Google and thinks, oh, where is Iskcon, and comes here.
就好似個 Mayavadi 家長中人士，佢係被中斷咗冥想感到打擾，但係佢去尋求呢個。
Then he comes here, he listens, he talks with people, the devotees here, he hears stories.
所以佢係我哋要誠懇咁去尋求呢啲幫助。
And he hears the stories of acharyas maybe and thinks, well, the acharyas were very happy, but they lived basically very poor.
Which acharya?
Six Goswamis, for example. Six Goswamis, they lived very simple. And so they were happy, living very simple.
You mean the Halam's very simple?
So the acharyas, They lived very simple but very happy.
就好似啲阿 Chaya 咁嘅靈性導師咧，佢哋住得好簡單，但係佢哋好快樂。
And so the person who is reading it, who just came, he thinks, oh, I have so much. I have this car, that house, but I'm not so happy.
但係大部個人咧，佢就擁有好多，但係佢唔覺得快樂。
And he thinks, if I'm rich, will that make me happier if I'm more rich?
佢就喺度諗，係咪我變得富有啲，我會快樂呢？
And the answer is no. A person who is rich is a person who has no desires.
但係答案係否定嘅，一個人有錢咧，可能仲更加不快樂。
In Gauranga Lila, there's Kolavecha Sridhar, and he was selling banana leaf cups, and that's it. Kolavecha Sridhar.
Yeah.
So and he was selling leaf cups on the street. Banana leaf, he made it into a cup, and he was
The leaf?
yes. So he folded he took the leaves, he folded them, put them together, and there was a cup.
The name again?
Kolavecha Sridhar.
就好似 Kolavela Sridhar，佢喺街上只係用一啲芭蕉葉咧，係做成一個杯。
And those cups, they would put flowers and offer to Ganga.
And 佢用呢啲芭蕉葉咧，係裝啲花去供奉。
And so he sold 5-10 cups a day and got 5-10 rupees.
咁佢就佢愛呢啲杯嚟愛嚟賣，只係賣5個盧皮一個。
So very little he got every day. Very little money he got.
所以佢係賺好少錢嘅一日。
But he still took half of what he received and gave to the temples. Half of the money he got, he gave to the temples.
但係佢將賺嚟嘅錢咧，一半係俾咗廟堂。
Or for service to Vaishnavas.
又係去服務 Vaishnava。
Quarter for emergency. Quarter of the money he kept for emergency.
其他嘅去保存。
And the rest then he used for maintenance.
淨係一啲咧，佢就係留翻自己去維係。
And so even though he had so little, he was still satisfied and happy.
雖然係咁少嘅供奉啊，咁嘅維係咧，佢係覺得好喜樂。
And so, coming back to that person who came, who started hearing stories of acharyas and everybody, now he starts associating with devotees. He starts associating sadhusanga with devotees.
咁所以又開始信念開始咧，佢就開始呢個 sadhusanga 係同聖者聯誼。
And he sees, well, one person gives more instructions, deeper instructions.
咁佢接收到一啲教導啊、訓示。
Another devotee, well, maybe less instructions, and so maybe that devotee is more senior, and so I'll spend more time with that devotee, with the senior devotee.
咁跟住佢就同一啲比較進階嘅奉者聯誼啊。
And so he sees a few senior devotees around, and they become his shiksha gurus.
咁呢啲奉獻者喺身邊教導佢嘅人咧，就變咗佢嘅指導嘅靈性導師、分示靈性導師。
And then at some point he decides that this shiksha guru, he is the most prominent, most important to me. I'll take diksha from him.
咁佢自己內心慢慢感覺到呢啲訓示靈性導師咧，比啟迪靈性導師對佢更大嘅幫助，更加重要。
And so now he becomes initiated, and he starts having more shiksha, more sadhusanga, and he starts seeing that he has a lot of desires, a lot of anarthas. Yeah. Anartha. He sees he has a lot of desires in his heart, and a lot of anarthas. He sees.
Repeal.
Yeah.
More.
He sees that before he didn't know he has anarthas.
No more anartha.
No, before he didn't know he has.
Oh.
And now he knows.
She's aware.
Yes.
咁之前佢又唔知道內心嘅 anartha 啲唔需要唔乾淨嘅東西，但係反而而家佢託俾咗靈性導師啊，佢就開始感到自己真係有呢啲 anartha。
And so he thinks what to do so that they go away.
於是喺度諗我點算呢？點樣去清除呢啲 anartha 呢？
But the thing is, he doesn't want them to go away.
He doesn't want.
He doesn't want anarthas to go away.
He doesn't want.
No.
但係事實就佢唔想呢啲 anatta，唔想拎走住 anatta 喎？點解咧？
We think we want anarthas to go away, but actually we don't.
因為有時我哋諗我哋好想唔要啲 anatta， 但係其實我哋係想留住呢啲 anatta。
We like to eat something which is not offered. We like to sleep more. We like to watch movies.
譬如我哋係想進食一啲未供奉嘅食物啦，甚至去睇電影啊，呢啲叫做唔需要嘅東西。
And so, if those desires go away, you become a different person.
咁如果冇咗呢啲慾望咧，就唔似一個人咁啊。Attach， you mean？
Yeah, because you're attached, but then if they go away, you become a different person.
Yeah， 因為我哋係咁依附呢啲人 anatta， 如果佢哋冇咗 anatta， 佢覺得自己好似另外一個人。
And maybe you have friends who you go to watch movies or you go to do prajalpa together, and now you don't do those things, no more friends.
好似一啲朋友以前同佢哋去啲花天酒地啊，而家咧佢冇晒呢啲朋友。
And so actually, we don't want our anarthas to go away.
所以佢就唔想啲 anatta 清除。
And so we start praying to the Lord, please give me intelligence, please give me understanding.
所以佢就向主祈禱，點樣可以幫助我呢？請幫助我。
And practical way to remove anarthas is you have a desire. For example, you want to go to the movies, let's say, and you say, no, I'm not going.
咁點樣去清除啲 anatta 咧？就譬如喺內心，好似我想去睇電影，但係你個心意即刻同你講唔好去。
Because if you think I want to do this and you say yes, the desire becomes stronger next time.
因為假如你想到就跟住想去做咧，你個 anatta 就更加強烈，下一次更加有呢個想欲。
But every time you say no to the desires, they become less and less and less every time.
Reject.
Yes.
但係如果每一次你都話我唔去唔做，咁慢慢咧你啲嘅慾望咧就會減少。
And so the devotee who is already on that platform, he starts praying to the Lord, praying to acharyas, praying to his guru, give me intelligence when to say no.
所以我哋要學習咧，同acharya奉獻者之間嗰度學習點樣學拒絕唔想欲嘅東西。
And then slowly, with practicing more devotional service, with praying more, most anarthas go away.
咁樣如此，你繼續咁去收集咧，逐漸呢啲 anatta 就會離開㗎。
And then, because most anarthas are gone, he can already control his mind a bit more. He becomes very steady.
咁由於呢 anatta 減少咧，你就比較更加穩定去收集。
And he thinks that this is the only process, devotional service, bhakti, only way, no other way.
然後咧，你就會認為 bhakti 咧係一個奉獻服務係唯一嘅途徑，你唔會離開。
Of course, he has little desires. Of course, he thinks that I don't have to do it so much, but he still understands that bhakti, the only way, no other way.
當然會有仲有一啲其他嘅想欲，但係個 bhakti 咧係幫助你係離開呢啲唔需要嘅想欲。
And then from then on, because he can control his mind, he studies more shastra, does more bhakti, he advances very, very fast.
咁逐漸咧，你再更加繼續收集咧，你嘅 bhakti 增加啦，你嘅想欲就更加遠離。
Then he gets taste for devotional
個
service.
信念咧更加加重。
Then attachment to devotional
有
service.
依附呢個信念。
And then he becomes ecstatic when every time he does devotional
如
service.
此你就好穩定呢啲奉獻服務。
And so that level is bhava.
呢個程序去到呢度稱為巴華。
And bhava is almost there. Little bit more, but to prema, but not there yet. Oh, little bit more.
咁再巴華繼續多少少咧，仲未到 prema 嘅喎。
Some very, very small, very subtle anarthas are there. Little
好
anarthas.
精微。
You can't even notice, but you know if you have a white bird, white swan, a swan,
Swan, yeah.
Paramahamsa,
You mean up to prema you have to become a swan?
No. Example, you see a swan,
Example.
white color.
咁我哋講到 prema 點樣未到咧，就好佢嗰個比喻一個天鵝，白色嘅天鵝。
And little black, some dirt falls on the swan, you see immediately, because it's white,
Yeah.
and one small,
You can see.
yeah, because everything is white, and one small little dirty drop of dirty water, you see,
You will see.
yeah.
但係天鵝係白色嘅，如果你擺一啲黑色就好明顯跌落嚟咧，就睇得好清楚嘅。
And because it's now very noticeable, that little anartha, that little black dot on the swan, he can see and he can get rid of it very easily because he can see it.
哦，呢、個舉例就係、如果你嘅anatta 比較少咧，一剩翻嘅 anatta 少少，你都會睇到好清楚。
But like for example, if you have a black bird, a black crow, you put more dirt, you won't see anything because it's anyway black.
就好似你着嘅黑衫、黑嘅衣服、黑嘅褲，你着咩少少白色係睇唔到嘅。
And so the more we advance devotional service, the easier it's for us to notice
意
anarthas.
思係你全黑擺啲白色好容易見到，咁你繼續 practice 練習咧，你就好容易睇到自己唔好嘅東西。
And so after that devotee comes to the level of prema, then he is uttamadhikari, pure devotee.
咁所以一個人假如去到 prema 嘅階段咧，你就成為最純粹奉獻者㗎。
And so prema is complete faith, complete faith, shraddha.
到呢個時候咧，你就會完全嘅信念。
And so every level you advance in devotional service, there's more, little more faith.
所以每一步咁收集咧，都會將我哋嘅信念增加。
And so once you achieve prema, then you have complete faith.
You will not shake 。所以假如已經到達 prema 階段，你係唔會再移動，你係非常穩定嘅。
And so it's very important that you have little faith in the beginning.
所以最重要一點咧，就係信念嗰度開始，你要好有信念。
And that little faith you start increasing, putting, it's like a little fire. You start putting little ghee, little butter, little fuel.
咁呢個信念不斷增加咧，做一個小火花咁咧，繼續燃燒咧，佢就變咗火焰啦。
By chanting, doing devotional service, sadhu sangha,
透過 chanting 念誦啦，同埋沙都生嘅啦，同自己聯誼咧咁開始。
reading, listening to Bhagāvatam.
當然仲有一種重要嘅就係聆聽聖典講緊眼談。
And this is the process. You start from
呢
a
個就
little
係
bit
我
and you
哋
get to
嘅
full.
程序啦，好似一點點開始。
And at some point, when you're not very advanced, you'll have some doubts.
咁有時去到一個收集期中咧，你會可能有啲疑問喎，懷疑啊。
And Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, doubts are a sign of intelligence. Doubts is a sign, means if you have doubts, you're intelligent.
You are in。
Intelligent, smart.
咁喺博家梵歌點樣講咧？就話假如有少少嘅疑問咧，呢個係一個大問題。
Because doubts are basically complicated questions.
因為懷疑其實係一個好複雜嘅問題。
And it's okay to have doubts. It's okay, it's good to have doubts.
其實有疑問唔係問題啊。
But very important to clarify the doubts, to go to some senior devotee, to go to read, to understand.
最重要咧，你要揾一啲高階負責去清除呢個疑問懷疑。
Because if you keep the doubt, you don't ask anybody, the doubt decreases your faith.
因為假如你將個懷疑擺喺心中咧，唔係問啲正確嘅人咧，你個懷疑會越嚟越增加擴大嘅。
And there are many other things which decrease the faith, but having a doubt is very, very, very bad for
其
faith.
實仲有好多事物咧會影響你嘅信心，令你更加懷疑，你要小心。
And so scientists, as Prabhupada says in the purport, they say many, many things.
Faith
Scientists, they say many things.
How was it?
Science,
Time.
the
Five.
scientists, mean experiment they do, and
I can't hear this word.
so the people who study physics, chemistry,
Yeah.
history, the science,
Fail.
they say many things.
咁巴巴舉個例子就有啲人讀好多其他嘅哲學啊，例如咩咧？佢哋學好多嘅其他東西。
Some things are obviously true. They say math, physics, some things are true.
有一啲係真實嘅，譬如計數學啊嗰啲。
But many things they have no idea about.
但係其實好多事情係冇乜意思喎。
Like they
都唔知係咩嚟嘅。
say universe came from nothing.
好似佢哋講宇宙啊，佢哋唔知道宇宙係乜嘢。
They don't know.
Yeah.
How can they say?
咁佢哋唔識佢點講呢？
And so that's
無
what
從去解
Prabhupada
釋。
says that believe in the Shastra. Shastra says it comes from Krishna.
所以巴巴教導你根據經典 Shastra 啦，你就可以知道真正嘅。
And so more faith you have in Shastra, then the more proper understanding, proper knowledge you have.
咁所以如果你對經典有更多嘅信念呢，你就會解答更多嘅疑問。
And the more sadhusanga, more devotional service you do, the more faith you have in the Shastra, because you see Shastra says do devotional service, Shastra says don't do this, and it works.
咁同樣地咧，如果你對經典更加了解咧，按照經典行事咧，你嘅信念會更加增加，因為你見到經典講呢個信念係幫到你去除你嘅。
And so every day we read Bhagāvatam, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna book, and we apply those things every day, and we see it works, then we have more and more faith.
所以我哋每日都要聆聽聖典博家雅談啦、博家梵歌啦，呢啲經典咧，咁慢慢你嘅信念會增加，去除你嘅懷疑。
And so it's important to continue increasing the faith every day, every moment, every hour.
所以好重要一點啊，每一日都要增加你嘅信念，就係透過經典。
Any questions?
It's not yet 8:30 問我有咩問題？We talk about today's word, the last paragraph about Christmas Day. What is the teaching of Christmas Day today? 想問題就係，譬如今日嗰個主題咧係 Christmas Day 嘅教導咧，佢而家最後嗰一段啊，要旨就係講 Christmas Day 嘅教導係究竟係咩咧？What is the most important teaching today, Prabhuji?
So Bhishmadev, he says
about the energy. We know the three energy. Yeah. But
Yes.
why Christmas Day have to mention this? The energy.
Yes.
We are bewildered
Yes.
by
So
Krishna's energy.
yes. So
我哋被
Krishna has many energies.
So Krishna 好多嘅能量，yeah.
He has Maya,
Maya 啦，
very
打仗啦，
very important energy.
最重要嘅能量。
Then he has Hladini Shakti, Radharani, Hladini Shakti.
或者呢 Shakti 咧就係 Radharani 嘅喜樂能量啦。
Then his Balaram, it's another Shakti.
Balaram is what Shakti?
Um,
Power or
there is
external energy?
Balaram
No,
is
inner, eternal.
yes. Balaram is which Shaktis?
Balaram 係屬於咩能量呢？
I can't find.
Repeat.
Sandhini Shakti.
嚇
Sandhini Shakti.
Sardini.
Sandhini. Balaram.
Sardini Balaram嘅能量屬於Sardini。
And so many Shaktis. But then, when we are here as jivas in the material world, then Maya is a very important energy.
但係喺物質世界咧，Maya 呢個能量就係最強大有力。
And so Radharani, Balaram, they are his internal energy.
Yeah， 咁咪Balaram同埋 Radharani 嘅能量係主嘅內在能量啦。
And Maya, Mahamaya here is his external energy.
Maya 假象就係外在能量。
And so, we as a marginal potency, Tatastha Shakti,
而家我哋咧就喺邊緣能量啦。
we can be either under Maya,
Marginal-
or we can be either under Maya or his internal
咁我
potency.
哋學 Maya 能量咩邊緣能量，即係我哋可以喺主嘅外在能量，亦都可以喺佢內在能量。
And so we can get, as Prabhupada says, bewildered, confused.
咁有好多時我哋會感到迷惑。
As in the verse, Bhishmadev says, Krishna is walking amongst us.
咁喺個要旨裏邊啊，巴號巴話 Krishna 與我們同在啊。
But not 5,000 years ago, not everybody who saw Krishna thought that he's God.
但喺 5000年前咧，好多人見到 Krishna 都唔認識喎。
Thousands and millions of people saw him during the Kurukshetra war, Rajasuya Yagya, but not everybody thought he's God.
好似喺啲 Setra 啊、咩一啊嗰啲大 Raja， 好多人見到 Krishna 都唔認識佢。
And so same thing here. We can come to the temple, we look at the deities, and we may think, just stone, statue.
我哋嚟到廟堂見到神像咧，我哋可能會認為神像係
Of course, it is stone. We cannot say it's not stone.
係石頭做石塊做嘅啦。
Because if you drop the deities, they will break. If you drop the deities, they'll break.
因為如果你掟個地下係會爛嘅喎。
Metal deities, before they were deities, it was just some metal somewhere.
但係金屬做嘅咧就唔會咁易爛。
But then when we bring the deities to the temple, we invite the Lord to come to the deities. We do a ceremony, prana pratishta.
We
invite the Lord into the deities.
Invite the
Lord Krishna. We make the deities. Yeah.
佢本來神像係石塊或者金屬度，但係嚟到廟堂咧，我哋係邀請 Krishna 降臨喺個神像。
And so then, because we invited the Lord, we followed the proper rituals. Then, the Lord is there.
所以由於我哋要邀請神像嚟咧，神像就變咗Krishna 嘅臨在。
Of course, you can have also home deities or just a picture, like we have pictures here.
Yeah.
There's no prana pratishta, but because they're in the form of the Lord and we meditate on them, then Krishna comes there.
就好似譬如喺家中啊、照片啊咁，但係由於我哋邀請 Krishna 啦，佢亦都可以臨在。
But otherwise, we can look at those pictures, we can look at the deities and think.
但係假如你冇邀請 Krishna 唔在，你望啲畫只係一個圖畫嚟嘅。
We can see some miracle, we can see Krishna acting in some way in our lives and think, oh, it's just luck. We can see Krishna acting in our lives, helping us, but then we think, not Krishna, it's me, just luck.
好多時候其實 Krishna 喺我哋收集之中幫助我哋，但係我哋係覺得冇啊，佢冇幫過我哋啊。
But if you're initiated, if you're following everything, Krishna is helping you.
但係假如你係啟迪咗咧，咁你會知道 Krishna 係幫助你。
Because you decided that I will follow this path, and so Krishna wants to help you. Krishna wants you to come faster.
因為你有個意願咧 ，Krishna 自然會幫你啊。Yeah, this is important initiation. Many people like the Indian, they think no need.
Yes.
I don't know why they are so knowledgeable, so many philosophy. But they think initiation is not important. But this lesson, they should hear this lecture. After you initiate, Krishna knows and he will help. We can't do on our own.
Please translate what you said.
Good point.
Please translate what you said.
Yeah, I will. I only try to help them. It's so long time, 20 years, 30 years. We're still just doing safer. But we have a process. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita said, become my devotee. Why you don't follow? But they know Bhagavad Gita so well.
Initiation is very important because first of all, it's the samskara. Initiation is the samskara.
Samskara. 其實啟迪好重要，係稱為 samskara.
So it's actually 5 samskaras. They're called pancha samskara. 5 samskaras.
5
samskara.
Samskara. 其實有5種 samskara.
So tilak is one samskara.
tilak 係一種
Then
samskara.
kantimala.
Mala 啦，個頸珠。
And the name.
Spiritual name.
Yes.
咁個姓名咧，你係一個 samskara.
So
What's the meaning of samskara here?
So samskara is the same meaning as everywhere. So vivaha samskara.
What's the meaning?
So
我想問
So something that
種 samskara 係咩意思？
In simple terms, you do something and it leaves an impression. It leaves a memory.
It give you
It leaves a memory.
leave the memory.
Yes. A strong memory. So like for example, when you are getting married,
Yeah.
if you perform vivaha samskara
Yeah.
or just regular marriage, it's a big memory for you.
samskara 意思其實啫，可以留低一個好大嘅印象俾你，好似婚姻咁。點解要叫有個 samskara 咧？ 會俾你記憶好大嘅。
And so Garbhadana samskara, Vivaha samskara, there are many samskaras
important to help.
which make an impression, leaves a memory on the child.
咁你剛才講嗰啲 Samkara 啊、Tila 啊、Mala 啊，冚唪唥都係俾我哋更加深刻嘅印象去記憶。
Or when getting married, it leaves an impression, leaves memory on the
就好似婚姻
husband and
咁
wife.
點解你印象要深刻咧？所以舉行呢啲婚禮或者 Samkara。
And so same thing when you get married, you think that now I'm gonna stay, two of us will stay together for the rest of our lives.
咁所以婚姻咁重要嗰個祭祀啊之類咧，就讓我哋知道重要性，我呢一生都會。
And same thing with initiation. I will become your disciple to the Guru for the rest of my life.
同樣啟迪亦都係呢個意義啦，我成為你嘅門徒係永生一生。
And that's why it's very important because you can become dedicated. You think that.
咁點解咁重要咧？因為讓你係獻出一生。
And then the Maya, external energy, won't bother you so much. Less. Maya won't touch you so much. Little bit, but not so
但
much.
係 Maya 咧，假象反為個印象唔會好深刻喎。Yeah. Very nice explanation. Thank you so much.
Grantaraj Śrimad Bhagāvatam ki,
就係啊呢
Srila
個。
Prabhupada ki,
Mahotkata Narasimha Prabhu ki.
Jai Gurudev. Please.
You're on time.
You just mentioned that I need to be initiated on what to help me. He helps me every day. Every day.
No, of course he will help you.
Not being initiated. I don't have to be.
Ask him why he doesn't take.
So, no.
She said Indian people think that not necessary to get initiated. I thought only not.
我趕住去收樓啊，叫唔好講到9點，
He helps me
因為
every
咁早
day.
收。
So the thing is with initiation is
I
sure
please excuse me, I'm not going to translate now. I'm in a rush to go.
she needs to go. So the important thing about initiation is, of course, every day you do something. Whatever you do, the Lord is helping you.
經常你
If you're actually thinking about the
啟
Lord.
迪嗰啲意義。
But the thing is, you do many other things which are not related to the Lord. Not you, but like we. We do many things which are not related. And so initiation is a step forward. It's more like that's why it's a samskara. To show, it's more for you actually, for the person.
One takes it serious.
Yes, so and then for you to take it more seriously. And actually, there is no need for initiation. But it becomes very hard. In a sense, for example is given is, let's say you want to get from here to, let's say, New
啟迪
York.
係一個程序
You
咧，
can go
好
by
重
boat,
要。
you can
讓
swim
我
with your
哋
hands,
好
you will get there
認真咁去
100%
收集。
if you don't die.
因為你一個誓言。
You'll get there. But if you just take an airplane, so much easier.
係好隨便
And so if
嘅
you become initiated, it just makes the process easier. Of course, Krishna will help you, Lord will help you during your life.
Krishna 會幫你啊，但係應該透過靈性 better through a spiritual master。
Yes, but so the point is, if you have a spiritual master, one person who is guiding you,
啟迪嘅意義都係透過
who you take
真
shelter
實
of,
無偽
because for example,
嘅
like
靈性導者指導下，
let's say you go for a
唔
college
係我哋自
course,
己可以。
but if you're not admitted in the college, you just come for the course to listen to the professor, you'll learn some knowledge. But if you actually dedicated, you enroll in university, you'll learn much more because you're dedicated to that. And the professor who's teaching you, he'll be more excited because you're actually coming there. So same thing, similar.
同時增加我哋嘅奉獻心、投入。
But you have to take it seriously. It shouldn't be like, oh, because everybody says
Why
initiation is
not?
important,
So
I'll
you
take.
take after
only
the
when you
question
feel
you take
that it's-
initiation, Prabhuji.
It's only when you feel that this guru, I take a lot of inspiration from, then I can surrender to him. It shouldn't be like, oh, this guru came, everybody says initiation, I'll take. It's a very serious thing. Hare Krishna.